Just like that. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Car Audio Talk. We're your hosts, myself, Dean.
Fernando. Let's start over because you said just good morning.
So, did I say good morning? Well, it could be good morning. He's in Australia. That could be good morning for him. Could be good afternoon for someone. It could be good night. It could
Hello, guys.
Could be good
welcome
day.
To the show.
Good day, mate. It could be anything,
right.
You know, just welcome. How's everybody doing?
That is correct.
What's up from all parts? How's everybody? Hope everyone is having a great day. Good evening from the hurricane capital of the world. That would be us. Apparently, we got some kind of tropical. Did you hear about that?
Again,
we got some kind of tropical disturbance in the force coming later this week, so that ought to be good.
Evening.
A dusting of snow in the Forerunner this morning. There you go. That's good. Cool. We had a white Halloween. Oh wow, that's crazy! It snowed for Halloween.
That was pretty cool.
How was your day? How was your day, Fernando?
All right. So, do you want me to complain? Let me start complaining. I'm gonna say, hey, it's good, man.
No, seriously, how was your day?
That was great.
Baton Rouge. Checking in.
I'm gonna say that was great because I work in a backup camera that I didn't have to run the reverse wire, so that was great.
And you've done it a million times, and I think we've now figured out the trick.
I still hate it.
I think we figured out the hot poker trick.
Yeah.
And that's like genius.
I still hate it.
Because it was my idea. That was a good idea, though. That works really well. We'll have to film that at some point and just totally piss everybody off.
No, you do it, but you just have to a little bit wider.
Well, I wanted to, but it was getting cold because you weren't there to hold the LED. Yeah. So I blame you.
You blame it on me.
I totally blame you. Have the rear of my truck gutted and was installing sound dampening before I ran out of light.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
My kingdom for a heated shop. I totally understand.
Mr. Lara.
Dean, 5-toe shoe footprints get confused for a small Bigfoot. yeah, there you go. That's funny. So, did I tell the Chip Fu story? I don't think I told the Chip Fu story on Saturday.
Yeah, you did.
Did I tell the Chip Fu story? Mm-hmm. You know what?
But you said it again.
I'm going to tell it again because, damn it, it was so fun. So we're filming our trip down to the show floor, and the elevator opens, and it's Chip Fu's and 3 of his party members, his dudes. And I think it was his wife and a friend and a wife. And look what
that was a lot of people.
It's like doing some really weird stuff. Oh, wow. Anyways, I walked in, and I see him, and I go, oh. And I said to Fernando, I said, hey, remember that one time we were in the elevator with Chip Foose?
Yeah.
And then the girl in front of me goes, oh, my God. And I'm like, and she goes, oh.
I thought she was going to say, oh, my God, it's Dina Fernando.
I did not think that for a minute. Man. I was just kind of like,
I was hoping.
I wasn't thinking that. I was just kind of shocked. And then she's like, I thought you weren't wearing any shoes.
Yeah.
And so immediately everyone looked at my feet, which is normal. And then the next conversation was about my shoes. So if we do run into Master Tech, if we run into Chip Foose at Master Tech, my plan is to be like, hey, man, I ran into you in an elevator. And he'll be like, I ran into a lot of people in an elevator. And I'll go,
no.
Look at this. No, yeah, you're not like this, man.
Yeah.
You've never seen anything like this before.
And then
he'll be like, because he goes, are you from Washington?
Yeah, that's what
Which I totally didn't get. But, whatever. Hey.
Apparently, Washington people wear those shoes.
Howdy do. Fernando's B-Day and my...
Bad day. It's
Why did I say? I just
tremendous day.
I said B-Day because it was almost like a birthday because it was Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, no, it's okay. I can't complain, man.
Craptacular Monday. It was just a Monday. I got to be honest, it was just Monday. Actually, today worked out well because we got done with our cars early. And that gave us the ability. We got more of these shelves, which we'll show tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So we're able to put the finished shelving on that end and then the shelves that go over there.
Yeah.
So that actually worked out really well for us. So that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? You could, do this. Stop typing. Typing. Pick up your laptop and just turn it.
Okay. What do you want me to show?
No. Just pick up your laptop and just turn it like that. Okay. And then I can do this. Add to stream. And see, as you guys can see, this area right here, we added these shelves right here in because it used to stop, and then turn it that way. And then we added in shelving right there.
Yeah.
So
So weird.
I know. All right. So let's
That
get
one
rid
over
of
there.
that. Remove. So yeah, there we go. Technology
it?
at its best.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have said that. That's it. Done.
What's up, Mel? How you doing, buddy? Miss you. Anyways, so that's what we had going on today.
Yes.
All right. I'm a Best Buy Auto Take. Once you start digging into that, and I'm gonna read this, then I'll go to
All right. So what do you want me to dig into?
Just start starring.
Okay.
New comments and stuff like that. I'll read this one. I'm a Best Buy Auto Tech, and all my Metro products have been pulled from the shelves, dash kits, harnesses, etc. Is Metro going through a rebrand or a repackaging phase? Ooh, that is a good question. I don't think so. Sometimes they work out what's they relaunch products in stores, meaning let's say they have old kits or stuff like that, or they think they're old kits, and they actually will take it all back, inventory it, give that company credit, and or use it to pay bills that are still due, or update and put out more relevant kits. So sometimes you get stuck on some kits you'll never use. The higher ups, even though these are kits you're using, will be like, no, send it all back, and we want all fresh stuff. So that has happened before. I don't know. That's a weird one. Or the contract with Metro just went up. What's up, Bobby?
What's up, Bobby?
Now, let me get.
Hang on, right here. I got this one. What's up, Mel?
I said hi to Mel.
Okay. I didn't say hi to Mel.
Yeah, just do me a favor. Turn off the ticker for me, please.
Of course.
If you could be so kind. Now, we do this little thing called the 12-volt Clean Wire Club. It is where we ask you guys to post all your sexy wiring. Mm-hmm. It is also going to be the place where we're going to talk about maybe you out there will get to go to MasterTech, or if you're planning to go to MasterTech, might get in for free, I should say. You still have to pay the hotel and the flight, but you don't have to pay the $850 to attend. Because you could be able to compete in the 12-volt Clean Wire Club. That's right. That is coming up. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll be talking more. Probably 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks to be safe. Because I don't want to say something and then not deliver on it. Because apparently there was someone upset that we didn't get to go live every day like we said we were. Because we had a plan. And like all good generals, as soon as the first bullet is fired, in this case, as soon as the first step into the show floor,
everybody runs.
It just goes to crap.
Yeah.
Like we had great intentions of what we were going to do at SEMA, and it didn't work out as we'd hoped, which we kind of knew was. And I said, we're going to try to do this. And we tried. I mean, we tried really hard because like the first day went off really well, other than the fact that cellular service sucked.
Yep.
So like we had to use your phone as a hotspot because like AT&T didn't work in the hotel and Verizon barely did. And of course the Wi-Fi in the hotel, it's small tubes. So then the next night, we ended up going live at like 1, 2 in the morning because I wanted to make sure we got it out. Well, the next night we couldn't go live because it was like 4 in the morning. So, it would have been mean. Plus, at that point, I only had one eye open because it was like I couldn't see it. My eyes were on fire. But we tried. We tried really hard, and we did the best we could. Next year, we just won't promise you anything, or we're just not going to give you any content and be like, whatever. But back to, sorry, got sidejacked there for a minute, which will be on this Thursday night. 12-volt Clean Wire Club.
Okay.
Every week, Fernando scours to find what he thinks is some of the cleanest wiring, and this week is no different. So let's head over to the laptop here. Who do we have this week? Do you remember?
Of course I remember. Mr. Brandon Foster.
This is obviously a marine installation.
I like it.
It's very nice, very clean, very tidy. I love the strip. That's what I needed today.
Yes.
Yeah, I needed that.
And if you can see in the top, he's still putting zip ties in the top and everything.
Oh, yeah. No, it's totally nice. All JL.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm guessing there's a panel that goes over this, which kind of tucks it all the way. And I like how it's all spray painted black.
I would have put really it clear, nice. Plexi, so people can see it. Why not?
I don't know. But, hey, if you'd like to be featured as the photo of the week in the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, by all means, post up your pictures. We're still looking for some under-hood shots. Have you found any? I mean, do we have any?
They don't.
They're not doing that?
They're not doing it. Oh, pay the $10,000 like one of our friends says.
What?
Tell
me later. Oh, yeah.
Every time it's $10,000.
Oh, yeah. That comment. Never mind. Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
I'll take it. Okay, go on.
All right.
Give it to me.
Here we go. I have a 4-channel amplifier. Can I hook up?
Oh,
What happened?
I didn't hit record.
Oh, well, let's just hit the record right now. I have a 4-channel amplifier. Can I hook up 8 speakers? In what series?
Most amplifiers are capable of playing a 2 ohm, so it's usually like 4 ohm. 4 ohm gives you X amount of power, and 2 ohm will give you X plus power. As long as you have 8 4 ohm speakers, then yes, technically you should be able to run it without running into any power problems. However, I will say this, just because an amplifier is rated at 2 ohm does not necessarily mean that it's going to want to play at 2 ohms. What we found is that some amplifiers will give you the 2 ohm rating because it looks really good on paper, but then when you play them at 2 ohms, specifically like a Class D amplifier, they don't really like it. You know, they start to fall apart. It's mainly more of the cost-conscious ones. Mm-hmm. They want to be played at 4 ohm, but yes, you can technically play 8 speakers, and there's no like series. It's all parallel. So you're taking 2 4s, connecting positive to positive, negative negative, and you're getting that 2 ohm load on that channel, and you should be good to go.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. What's your take on reflecting tweeters off the front glass from a dash location if you can't get a proper angle to the listening position? This is one of those topics that are probably debated forever, you know, because some guys are just like, it's the worst thing in the world, it's so bad, and you know, they're probably right, and it just depends on what you're trying to do. You know, if you're trying to build an SQ car where you're going to be sitting in the lanes competing, it's probably not going to work out too well for you. However, if you're just a normal person and you just want to hear awesome music and you're going to maybe apply a little EQ to it and whatnot, it should be fine. We do it all the time. I kind of like the way it sounds personally. I will say this, it does help to have equalization for just the tweeters, like going active, as well as level control is really nice. A lot of people will tell you don't trust the RTA. Make sure you hop into the car and listen to see how the tweeter sounds, because that sound coming off the glass can cause some reflections that will become anomalies, so to speak, on the RTA. So after you have tuned it, then go back and listen to it and check it out and see how it sounds.
I'm going to say, you know, use the RTA and then just hop in doing it.
Now, if you're just planning on throwing some components in the dash and some mid-bass in the door and just jamming out, well, you know, you're going to love it. It's going to sound good.
Yeah.
Ada says it hurts my ears. It's just a tweeter, man.
I post one picture of my computer because the wiring job was phenomenal. And I got instantly banned. I'm so sorry, buddy. So I can submit my truck. Try to do it again. I will personally let you in. Now, one of the things of the Clean Wire Club.
Listen, man.
Sometimes
80,000 people.
Yeah.
And there's always that one Karen that's like, if he doesn't follow the rules, they just start reporting everything. Yeah. And we're just trying to keep it we're just trying to keep all the cats happy.
Yeah.
And by cats I mean meow, because it is sometimes like hurting cats, and so we've put rules in place, and it's nothing personal because you know we love you.
Now, one of the things that I want to limit it in that channel is like, if you have 20 pictures of your build, you know, the only thing I care is
like your best
probably
3.
like the five pictures, right? Put 5 pictures and I'm cool.
He knows that one. Vegas, baby.
So yeah, other than that, too many pictures.
Hey, at the top of the screen, you see that little logo there. It says Audio Control. For those of you guys who have never heard of that company, for one, have you been living under a rock? And two, hey, if you haven't heard of it, or if you just want some really cool car audio product, make sure to head over to audiocontrol.com. If you are an Audio Control fan, one of the things, great experience, when we were at JVC training the other day, helping them out, we did the 5-minute tune. One of the products that we used to do the 5-minute tune to help them out was the iTest mic. They also have the U-Test mic. These are audio RTAs that work with iPhones, Androids, laptops, whatever it is. Obviously, the iTest mic is for iPod or iPhone or whatever device, and the U-Test mic is for everything else. Not that you can't use vice versa, but these are really nice that you can do acoustical RTA measurements from a handheld device for tuning small systems or large systems, depending on how you decide to use it. Ed, of course, was asking if he could get a, like a 10-foot cable for his. From Matthew, and I was like, sure. I think Alex said sure. I don't remember. Somebody said sure.
Alex said yes.
Yeah. So
that was Alex.
I'll be hitting Alex up to remind him that we need some with longer cables. But there's a lot you can do with this. I prefer to set it right here on my head. Some people put it in the armrest. There's a lot you can do, but it is a great little device. Between 120 and 150 bucks. So if you're looking to get into the acoustic RTA game, check it out. Now, if you're looking to finish off the project and get into electrical RTA, then you're going to need a totally different product. And Fernando is going to roll this cool little video we have on it right here. Hold on, you were three. I just desperately wanted to say roll the beautiful bean footage, but anyways, there you go. Thank you, Audio Control, for sponsoring the show. You can pick up the iTest mic by going to audiocontrol.com, as well as you can pick up the iRTA2 by going to DNF Tool Drawer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder if my truck will end up on 9/11 makeovers.
Ooh,
I don't know. I hate filming those, but you never know. You never know. Anything's possible. Anything is possible.
It was a pleasure. Hey, man.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I hit the wrong button.
Wow.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure to meeting you, man. It's always nice to see new people and actually, say hi.
I've never noticed order instead of order now. I mean, order now. Just bought a 2022 Frontier. Any ideas where I could find sub enclosures for under seat without making one? Nissan Frontier. Didn't we? We've done that, right?
2022?
No, I think it's the same. Anyways.
I mean, we done, yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember. What's the name of that company we get those boxes from?
Yeah, that one.
Dude.
Oof.
Sub Thump? Is it Sub Thump? I think it's Sub Thump.
Okay.
I don't know. That's kind of like Paul's job. He gets a lot of that. There are boxes out there. I know that. Just trying to think. Obviously the easy ones are like A Trend and what's the other one? The normal one that has all the Rhino line boxes. Q Power.
Q Power.
I don't think Foxbox makes one for that yet, but you can try. That's foxacoustics.com. If you're looking, you can also try MTI Acoustics.
Oh, definitely, they can make you a box for them.
I want to say it was Sub Thump.
Okay.
Man, I was thinking about it this morning. Actually, that was one of the topics on my head this morning. Was that how we have the pull-up for all the like Metra, iData, all that. I want to do one that is all box manufacturers because there's so many of them now that are Sub Thump. See. And it's like there's some that are good and some that are better and some that are best, but I feel like having just that list of subwoofers, Q Bomb, it's Q Bomb, Q Power, and then you decide, because it's like here's a list, and I'll work on that because a lot of people ask that, and it's just easier to just flash up, hey, take a screenshot of all these brands right here. Net Audio, I'll have to check those out.
Okay.
I have a 2020 Accord with a 10-speaker premium system. I have heard that the output from my head unit sucks pretty bad. Am I screwed if I want to get some good high-quality audio? No. We've actually done a video on this car.
Yeah.
Done several videos on this car. The problem with the premium audio system is that Metra does make a interface for it that will give you amazing sound because it's a digital coax between the radio and the amplifier. The problem is that their piece doesn't take into account the Bluetooth microphone. And so if you use their piece, you end up losing talking over the phone.
Yeah.
You still get CarPlay, you just can't talk to anyone because you get talk.
I mean, you can talk, you just get echo.
Echo. Because the echo, the best that we can figure out is the echo is built into the amplifier, the echo cancellation. So they haven't figured out how to get around that yet. But if you're looking for the best in premium audio, then that would be it. You just lose that. So most people don't want to lose that. So what we do is you need a multi-channel DSP with multi-channel input. So the bare minimum that we do in that car is we do a 6-channel DSP with at least 2 discrete inputs out of that 6. What I mean by discrete is that it's not a stereo left and right input. So it's not like a front, a rear, and something else. It's 2 things. We use a lot of the Alpine PXE 0850X. And the reason why we like that piece, it has 6 inputs. So the things that you need to keep, your front tweeters, your front mid, your center, and your sub. The rear, not necessarily. Now, what makes that piece cool is it has 25 watts by 8 channels of output. So we use that to power up the active rear stage. So 4 of the channels go to that. And it's a 12-channel DSP. So the other 6 channels go to the stereo itself. We also use one of the channels to power up the center channel because you have to keep the factory center channel because that's where your audio for navigation and Bluetooth come from. You don't have to keep it loud, you just have to keep it in there. Or the system just goes to crap. You don't sum anything either, that's a bad idea. What's up? So then you'd put an amplifier on your front tweeters, an amplifier on your rear tweeters, an amplifier on your subwoofer. So essentially all you'd need is their piece and a 5-channel amplifier. So you do a front stage upgrade, active everything. It's really awesome. It's cool. We've done a bunch of them. All right, so do me a favor, go into the banners.
Yes, of course.
And actually, go into brand. Go into brand, and then scroll down to where the one that says MEA.
Got it.
Okay. So a while ago we mentioned nominations were open for the MEA. You go to meaawards.com. Now it's time to actually vote. Top 50 has been out, top 20 retailer. So if you guys would like to vote for your favorite installer, not necessarily me, anybody else out there, you can head over to meindustry.awards.com. And there's 50 guys to choose from that have already made it into the top 50. Now the battle is for Trusted Tech, as well as top 12 installer. The top 12 installers will then go off to become the number 1 installer. Yeah. Marity Adams' check was last year. I would like to. I'm going for Trusted Tech. I really would like to run for that. However, it doesn't matter. Vote for whoever you'd like. Fernando decided not to run because he sucks. I suck. And I just get on him every year.
But definitely just go and vote. If you're in the industry, guys, you have to go vote for Dean for Trusted Tech. That's it. Trusted Tech.
Trusted Tech is only voted on by industry. Everything else is consumer or industry. So if you have a favorite retailer out there that you really like and they're in the top 20, you can vote for them. Yeah. So there's a lot of voting that can be done over there. So make sure you head over and do some voting. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Oh, and there again, our boy Johnny is going for top 5 sales pro.
There you go.
So vote for Johnny, big contributor for the show. Ada is up there with Absolute Electronics, running for Retailer of the Year. So a lot of our guys, a lot of our friends are all in the top. Brian Mitchell's in the top. So if you'd like to see Brian as Installer of the Year, you can vote for Brian Mitchell.
It's a lot of people in there that they great. Just vote for Dean for Trusted Tech.
Johnny says, I voted for Dean for both Trusted Tech and Tech. So thank you, Johnny. You're the man.
Perfect.
Thank you, yes, buddy. Definitely head over there. Circuit City, Retro Awards.
See, all the Circuit City guys, just
Johnny, what's the name of your shop, Johnny? Put up the name of your shop. He's in Texas, so type that in for me if you don't mind. What's up, Wolf?
Hey, how you doing?
You guys always get my vote. You always get mine too, buddy. Thank you.
Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
My man. Oh, my new car has 3 screens. Holy crap. That holds, 3 screws. Yeah. Jesus. I gotta be honest, I'm still really tired. You can shut off that banner, by the way. I'm still really tired from this whole little thing. That audio, wow, that was cool. Audio control popped right back up.
Why?
Who doesn't? Because they're 2 different
Oh no, this is
This is that.
This
yeah.
is yeah.
So it just layers over the top. That's pretty cool. All right, sorry. Guys, my new car has 3 screws that hold the speakers to the door panel of a normal 4-inch. I have replaced the speakers with new aftermarket ones and used ABS plastic and the thin foam like you guys do. So my guess is you have some form of a German car, because that's the 3-hole German. But no, that's exactly what we do. We just use a laser and cut it out of acrylic. But no, that'll work fine.
That's great.
So for those of you guys, actually, you know what? Do me a favor and go into, I'm going to shut the audio control off.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
What do you need?
And go into the banners and pull up the Morel one.
Of course.
For those of you guys that are interested in some 4-inch speakers that are new for BMW, the 3-hole, Morel just launched or released their 3-hole BMW speaker. It's the same 4 that we just got done reviewing, just comes with the mounts to mount them properly into those type of 3-hole situations. You can find those at morelhifi.com if you're interested.
That's right.
Okay.
Please don't forget our guy Mel. He's running for Rap of the Year too. Yes.
Love you, Mel.
We love you, Mel.
Wish I had the rings. All right, Johnny's
There you go.
Dean for the win.
Perfect.
I mean, I'm not. Oh, hey, I'm gonna take it. There we go. Earmark, car audio, and tint in Plano, Texas. You know, I wish I had like a really good Rolodex in my head for remembering names. I remember.
Oh, that's hard.
So it's like my memory just sucks for names, but like technical crap. Like if you show me how something works, man, I'll get it every time.
See, I
you
remember
tell me the name of
names.
something.
I don't
No,
know, sometimes.
I'm out. You know, I won't remember anything.
Yeah.
Halfway point. All right. So if we're at the halfway point, let me pull this up here and go ahead and you know what? We'll give that a couple more minutes.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
give them a couple more minutes.
Yeah, just leave it here for a second.
What reasonably priced speakers and amp would you recommend for a loud system in a 2024 runner? A loud system in a 2024. So when you say loud, that kind of makes it weird because there's a couple different things that can be construed as loud. If we're talking like standard style speakers, just really efficient, good sounding speakers, or are we talking about like neo tweeters, closed backs, and mid-range, as I refer to as speaker by the pound? A lot of them refer to them as loudspeakers. If we're talking about speakers, then we want something that's efficient, good power handling and whatnot. A speaker that always comes to mind that we use in a lot of Jeeps for this particular reason is like Rockford. Rockford makes the Power series, also called T. I still can't get the correlation there, why Power would be T. Because yeah, anyways. They make the T2s, and they make the T1s. The T2s are the ones you'd be after because they have the titanium tweeter. They do make a T1 coaxial that plays well with it, but if you're talking components, that'd be the T2s. You can also look at a brand from Hertz. Hertz Audison, Electromedia. Hertz also makes a really nice sounding if you're into like rock. Their tweeter is a soft dome, but it has a really amazing sound for rock. It sounds really good. It's like right in your face, and it's not a hard dome, but it's cool. Now, if the budget is of no concern, like you're like, cool, I don't need the budget, go ahead and turn that off for a second. Then you may want to look into Focal, because Focal makes hard dome tweeters, really efficient, really loud, amazing sounding, just stuff. So you have the Focal Flax, you have the K2s, which are like, you ain't heard speakers, you know, fake K2s are a club. You know, you can't get into that club unless you got a set of K2s, because that's like a speaker you've never heard before. And also, if you did catch the video from the Vibe House this weekend, the Focal Vibe House that we put out last week, you get to see the new secret speaker that isn't going to be released until December. So you can turn that off. So in December, we'll get the K2 M profile.
That is right.
So if you don't know what that is, because they don't have it up on the website yet. But
No, they don't.
But, hold on. If you watch the video, it's obviously really cool, but what you're looking at is, so this is an M profile here. Let me go to, so this is the M profile. So it has these really cool baskets and giant magnets and stuff like that, which are like super sexy. And the K2 line is getting that. So, yeah.
A little bit different, but yeah.
A lot of bit difference.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. So
It is really nice. So
do Hertz mono amps bump? Well, the amp would bump if you put it on speakers that are capable of doing that. Really?
wow. Somebody forgot to shut the phone, man.
Okay.
Sorry, we have a new guy,
Because
and
it's a political ad.
it's a new guy that is running behind the cameras. And,
Yeah, he
sorry.
sucks.
Yeah, he
Loser.
does.
Okay.
All right.
Hi guys. What would cause my Moscone 1 90.8 clip off and on at high volumes? I'm running a set of Focal KX3s on it. It is the only amp drawing power, so it shouldn't be a current issue. Well, it's a clip light, so it wouldn't necessarily be a current issue. It would be an input issue or a gain issue, more than likely. It is only 90 watts, and the KX3s typically like a little bit more power than that. Even though their power rating is kind of low, we don't run them on anything under 120 watts, 100 to 120 watts. So 90 watts is, so you might need to turn the gains down. I'd also ask what you use to set the amplifier up, what kind of radio you have. These are all things that go into that, but the clip light has nothing to do with the voltage on the amplifiers other than the input voltage. So maybe turn the dial down a little bit, because what you're saying is at higher volumes, which is when the distortion is going to happen. The other thing too is, depending on the radio, your radio might be clipping, which is then sending a clip signal into the amplifier. So there's a couple different things that could be happening here, but it's definitely a signal problem, not necessarily a power problem.
Yeah. All right.
Nice amp though.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
They're coming out with a bigger one though, so you're gonna have the Moscone Pro 8 channel. I have a 2019 Ram 2500 non-amplified, and I'm using an Amp Pro for an LOC with the Fosgate. Okay, it's not a line output converter. Don't confuse the two. An Amp Pro and an LOC, totally different animals. Let's not confuse the topic. But anyways, with a Fosgate 1500.1 and 210s ported, which audio control would be best? The LC2i Pro, Epicenter, or the Micro? Please help. Okay, so if you're using an Amp Pro for an LOC, it's not a line output converter. The Amp Pro is actually, if done properly, would be going into the factory radio and reflashing the radio for 5 volt, perfectly flat output. So you don't. It's not a line output converter. Don't confuse the two. A line output converter takes whatever you're giving it, reduces the amount of voltage, and then puts an RC output to things. So garbage in, garbage out. That's what line output converters basically do. A better line output converter like the key lock can take garbage in, re-EQ it so that it is close to as flat as possible, and then you can go from there, but it's still fixing a signal, as opposed to an Amp Pro, which is just taking the clean signal that's coming from the factory radio and giving you the RC outputs from it. So there's no bass roll off, there's no equalization, it's perfectly flat. So an LC2i Pro is not going to help you, because it's still a line output converter with AccuBass, which is designed to fix factory loudness, which an Amp Pro removes, so that doesn't do anything for you. Now, the Epicenter, the basic Epicenter, concert series, I believe is what it's called. I always get it wrong. But anyways, the bigger, older Epicenter will work fine, as will the Micro. The difference between the two is that the Micro does have high-level to low-level inputs that you don't need, but it still has RCA inputs, and it has a bass knob as well as an effects knob. So you can have one knob that does subwoofer volume and effect. Now, if you're using the bass knob with your Rockford, then the regular Epicenter would work. You'd just have two knobs now, one for effect and one for subwoofer volume control. And that's really going to be the difference as far as performance goes. If you want one bass knob, go with the Micro. If you're cool with having two knobs, one for effect and of course your Rockford knob, then just go with the other one and save some money. If space is at a premium though, Micro.
Micro, alright.
Still torn on which 8-channel DSP to go with. I have two sets of two-way components, front and rear, aftermarket installed, passive on 4-channel amp. I want to go active, no DSP 4-channel, so 8-channel amp DSP, any input commando.
Hey guys, what happened?
He's asking you. This is
Oh,
your. This is literally-
I'm reading over
this is-
here.
No,
Oh.
literally any input for Ned. This is your question. I just read it to you. Active, no. I want to go active. No DSP, 8 channel.
No DSP?
Yeah.
Why not?
So
no
8 channel
DSP?
amp DSP. Any thoughts? So it says. That's what he says. He says, passive on a 4 channel amp. I want to go active. No DSP. 8 channel. So 8 channel amp DSP. So.
Oh, 8 channel.
So there is one amp that does 8 channel active, no DSP.
Okay.
There is one.
Which one?
The Kicker Marine 8 channel.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
it has.
No,
it has,
the first thing that popped in my head that was the Kenwood, but it's not 8
it's
channel.
not channels.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the only active that we carry. So there are others out there,
Mhm.
but the one that we are familiar with would be the Marine K series Kicker, because that's 8 channels. It has 4 channels for tweeters and 4 bandpass channels for mid-range.
What about the Mosconi?
No,
It doesn't have the.
it doesn't do 8 channels. It's 4 channel. And the 8 channel is going to be DSP.
And my only reason is like, why not DSP? You would get so much from an active system like that with a DSP.
Yeah, and
You
there's
know?
a ton of DSP 8 channels out
Oh,
there.
plenty 8 channel DSP. So, but there you go.
I mean, the Blackbird from ARC would be nice. The Mosconi that guy, the
Mosconi,
90.8.
Yes.
The
you have
Mosconi Pro
Helix,
that's coming
you
out.
have
Yeah, there's
plenty.
a ton of 8
you know.
channels that have DSP.
Even
I
if
was-
you don't want to
yeah.
go crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The JL Audio.
The JL Audio,
which is also a
exactly.
Marine amplifier. So that's why Kicker made theirs that way.
Yeah.
Because JL made theirs that way. So, yeah.
Even you have the Alpine, the PXE.
Frank, they just discontinued it.
What?
The in-dash epicenter.
Oh.
They just discontinued it.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, so hang on to it.
The TMA10, that is just it's just a standalone DSP.
DSP,
He
no
looking for amplifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants DSP, guys. Well, okay, so am I supposed to guess? It's not worded that
Oh,
way.
I mean, there you go. We
I
just
mean,
named
we just-
all the
we
amplifiers
gave you
with
both.
DSP. Yes, no
Yeah.
problem. So
But if you just want 8 channels of power and you're gonna go external DSP, I know, Jason. It's okay. My bad. I do not have a DSP. Looking for 8 channel amp with
here you
DSP.
go.
Okay.
Come on.
I mean, I was
No, it's great.
hoping that's what we were.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wow.
See, I was gonna say, I was gonna say VXI because that has JL Audio VXI.
Yep.
ARC Audio, the new Blackbird.
Yep.
You have
Mosconi.
Well, that's what I said. The 90.8.
Yep.
You have the Helix.
You have the Helix.
I don't know. There's like 3 different versions of that with DSP.
Yeah.
Audison makes the Forza
Yep.
8.9 bit.
Yep.
Thank you, Johnny. So I mean, there's JBL even makes the little 25 watt by 8 with full DSP. If you just like want to walk into it, that's going to be the cheapest one. Like if you just want the cheapest 8-channel DSP amp, that's the JBL.
Yeah.
That's the JBL because
2K
it's like
or less in a budget. There you go. So no,
everything
you're
we've
good.
mentioned is below 2K.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the new Mosconi Pro 8-channel isn't out
Now-
yet, but it's shipping. That'll probably right at about 2K.
If
maybe
you
2,500.
if you're already like in the hunt for that DSP, what I would suggest, and Dean probably agrees with me, is like go download all these DSP softwares, JL, ARC, everything that we name it or that you see as a 8-channel DSP. Download it, play with it, see which one is actually makes sense for you, and then after that you're like, this one actually makes sense for me. That's what I'm gonna go with, So. All right, let me find another one over here.
Shop will set and forget. Okay, I'll come back to that. All right, so now all right. This is an important statement that you made. The shop will set it and forget it. You're gonna want to find out what DSP the shop is familiar with, because as we said, each one of those softwares are different. Not every shop is going to be familiar with every DSP, and installers are prima donnas. There's no question about it. If you give them something they're not familiar with, they'll be like, I don't want to do this. So talk to the guys there at the shop you're going to have work on it. Find out what they know, because that's going to be important. Because if you hand them something they're not familiar with, they're probably going to tell you, we can't guarantee the results, and you might not be happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So definitely help yourself with that.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
I have a kicker key 200.4 want to run Kenwood Excellent XR 1700 active. Kenwood doesn't disclose crossover frequency. Should I use passive crossovers? Also, what frequency to adjust gains for tweeters? Okay, so kicker key. It's going to auto set if you're going to run it. Okay, so when you're setting the dip switches on the side of the kicker key, it has biamp mode. You're going to flick that on. When the microphone is running its test, it's deciding what the tweeter is, and it actively cross it over on its own. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about nothing. It's going to take care of it and it's magical. Not really. It just knows what it's doing. So you don't have to do that. As far as gain on the tweeter, if you're running this thing high level, you're more than likely going to be keeping the gain all the way down. It's super sensitive. The inputs, the gain inputs on these, very rarely, especially when we're going biamp, do we get any gain at all. It's too much, especially for a tweeter. Sometimes we'll get some mid-bass gain that we can do, but the tweeters are 9 times out of 10 at 0. Like they don't even go up. So I don't think you have anything to worry about there. So just run it, let it do its thing, and sit back, relax, and see how it sounds. I have a 2004 Silverado Crew Cab. Everything I have found out says 6.5 will fit in the rear doors, but I need a shallow. Do you know where to find what size will fit?
It has to be shallow, that's for sure.
Does it?
Yeah, because the window.
Well, no, but it's an 04. That's down in the bottom of the door. I thought. It's way down in the bottom of the door. Why would the window doesn't go down that far? It's just a standard 6.5. Like if it's a 4-door and they all open the same way, it's just a standard 6.5. We don't do anything special for that. We just grab the brackets from Metro, put it on, and we're done.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're needing anything spectacular.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
if it's the door that does,
you want to?
But if it's the door that does this, that speaker's still down in the bottom. That's like a 5.25, and then the other one's a 4x6.
No. The 6.5 is definitely for sure. But like,
I mean, a standard 6.5 should do the job.
Right.
Like just a normal everyday 6.5.
Right.
I mean,
you can put like a
if you're
bigger
getting like
magnet,
if you're getting a giant,
crazy.
like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. It's
just a standard coaxial would be fine.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Oh yeah, 45 minutes in. Hold on. Talk for a minute. I gotta plug my
All right. I know you probably have covered these many times before, but can an average person work a DSR-1? I have a chance to get a decent deal on one. I have a Kenwood head unit with time alignment and some basic adjustments. Also, I have an Alpine amplifier, focal universal, and rear coax. And a pair of Rockford 10 P2s in the Tundra. So,
The answer to the question is yes. An average person can work a DSR-1.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about the DSR-1 is they have a basic and they have an advanced mode. Dumb name, but the first things first is we've done 3 videos on the DSR-1 and how to set it up, all the functions it has. I would watch those if you hadn't already. And then, because they're going to walk you through the steps. Everything is menus in the beginning. So you know when you go to the setup, which is on the left-hand side, it's going to ask you, you hit setup and you tell it what you're going to do. How are you going to run it? Are you going to run it active front? It's 8 outputs. You just scroll to the right, swipe right, until you find the picture that matches what you're trying to do, and then it'll tell you the RCAs and where they go. Once you've got the input portion of it set up, and it asks you, are you doing a bass knob? How many, it has 4 inputs. So are you going to be running front and sub? Are you going to be running front and rear?
Yep.
So these are, so once you got all that figured out, which is, there again, it's literally just swipe right. Then you go off into the actual tuning portion of it, which is there again, basic and advanced. You can go into the advanced section, and in there you'll find your crossovers. Super easy to set up. It's exactly the same as your Kenwood radio. You tell it the frequency and the slope. So from that is you've worked the Kenwood, you can work the DSR-1. The only difference is the DSR-1 has band passes. So if you're going to go active front where you have tweeter and mid-range, you could set up your mid-range crossover because your Kenwood radio won't have that standard front-rear configuration. Then you get to go and type in your delay, which is very similar to what you're doing in the Kenwood. The only difference is you go to one page. There, on the delay page, there's a picture of a calculator in the top corner. You type in all the numbers, and it figures out all the delays for you, unlike the Kenwood where you have to go in and type it in individually. You don't have to do that at a DSR-1. The next page in the advanced is level control. This will allow you to do level balance, meaning if you get the time alignment done and it still feels off, you can adjust the level. A lot of times you have to turn down the driver's side speaker when compared to the passenger side speaker just because it's closer to you. So there's two things to adjust there when doing center imaging is level and time alignment. And then third comes to the EQ. Now you can either use the basic EQ, which is going to be very similar to your factory Kenwood, okay, very similar, or you can go into the advanced EQ. Now what the advanced EQ allow you to do is you can do pairs, so you can do, let's say, tweeter, mid, rear, sub, or you can do left tweeter, left mid. Now this is 32 bands, so it can get a bit overwhelming, and that's why I would suggest starting with the basic, see how that does for you, and then you can always go deeper into the advanced EQ. So it's doable. It's just how intense you want to get about it.
How intense, huh?
I don't know.
All right. This is a good one right there.
What kind of subs do you prefer? Jimmy John's, Firehouse, Subway, wrong subs.
I'm gonna pick Jimmy.
I like Jimmy John's.
I like Jimmy
Jimmy John's are the best, man.
Yeah.
We used to have one right down the street and get them delivered all the time.
Get away. Come
And
on,
it
guys.
sucks, because like the turkey Tom or the Tom Turkey or whatever it is. Dude,
Bitch Club, man.
That was
it.
That was yours is the Italian nightclub.
Italian nightclub, Bitch
Yeah,
Club.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. That was a
Italian
club. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Firehouse guy.
No, I mean I tried them and they good.
What's the other one? The one that where they
See, this is coming.
where they
See?
make the mess on the counter and they just leave it there all day. You know, it was they have it at the Vegas airport.
Everybody.
No, the Vegas airport. You know where they have the.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I can't think. They slice the meat in front of you and then they just leave all the crap on the counter. It's really kind of gross.
Yeah, but
Public subs are definitely
subs are
but that wasn't
good.
one of the options. However, the reason why I like Jimmy John's over Public, I'm not a big bread guy, so I like that Jimmy John's basically makes this awesome piece of bread and they carve half of it out and throw it in the trash can.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's, there you go. That's right.
Quiznos was good,
Quiznos
man,
is
but
good.
Quiznos is gone. So
Yeah, we don't have it.
we don't have any more Quiznos anymore.
Ooh, that was a long time I tried Quiznos. All right.
I didn't even realize they were gone until one day an article came up that says what happened to Quiznos, and I was like, oh, I forgot they are gone.
What happened?
What happened? I picked up a pair of old school Orion XTR 8s from Hi-Fi Vega. Going to run them on a 225 HCCA for fun in my Audi room. Sealed Porter band pass. When I had my XTR 8s, they were on a band pass. So to me, band. Oh, that was neat. Band pass is it. If I'm running XTRs, they're going on a band pass. You know, the surround is too small to actually put out good bass, loud bass, but a band pass, that's all we built for those things were band pass,
Really?
band pass, band pass. But I would build a band pass.
You will be able to.
Pot belly subs. Ooh, man, now y'all make me hungry. I'm tired. It seems like the issue with the Honda DSP is the factory amp disables the rear speakers during phone calls. I wonder if you could get Metra to respond to the same CAN message. I mean, we tried a ton of crap when we were playing with this piece. So much so that we actually took speakers outside of the car and we're trying to get there was literally nothing we could do to make the cancellation go away. So and it's not that they're making the rear speakers go away. It's just it's a digital output from the radio to the factory amplifier. Digital is left and right only. All right. So all they're doing is taking which you could build your own interface for this. There's plenty of guys in the Honda forums that have done this, that have built you can plug right into a DSP with it because it's just a digital out. all of the tech to make this stuff work is built into the amplifier because it is a digital out. Just like if you go from a Tosh-Link output, it's stereo left and right, or TOS link output. It's just stereo left and right. So you lose. I know you lose your fader controls, and you also lose like backup sensors and stuff like that. All go to left right output. It's just the nature of what it is. So it's not like they're deleting it. They're not. It's not there for them to delete. All they're trying to do is reproduce it after the fact because it's them reading it, writing some code, and then here you go. Are they writing the wrong code? Possibly, but I mean, all the testing we did, there was nothing we could do. So kind of sucks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Do you remember the Ryan Speaker Box hotline? No, I still have the paper here somewhere with all the specs, but I have no idea where I put it.
Let's see.
I got charged almost $9,000 for a sound system. Alpine ILX 509, JL Audio.
13.5, yes.
Okay.
JL 1005, yeah. Morel Virtus Nanos, 6.3s and 6.2s. Bass knob and sound treatment. Is that okay? Oof.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, it's all high-end quality stuff. So.
Correct. And the installation is not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you good?
Yeah. I mean,
every state depends.
Everything you mentioned there is all expensive stuff.
Yeah.
So $9,000 is not totally out of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. My car's broken and I can't enjoy it, so I'm mad. Not audio related. Cooling system.
Huh.
I had the
Sorry,
air
man.
conditioner break in my car. It really sucked. But that's not the cooling system that you're talking about. It was the cooling system that kept me cool. So
Really?
that's I mean, at the end of the day, that's just as important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel.
What's up?
Hey. All right, so let me pull this up. We talked about MasterTech Expo at the beginning of this, and the reason why that's important is that it's coming up. It's going to be here in March, and it's open to anybody that wants to pay to go. Okay, so it's not an industry thing. It's not like Knowledge Fest where you have to be in the industry to go. It's if you want to spend the money and you want to attend the classes and you want to hang out with Chip Foose. I don't
he's
think
going to be there.
He'll be there, but I don't think he'll hang out with him. Anyways, the reason why I bring this point up on every show is that it's coming up. We're going to be there, and a lot of people are. It's expensive. And if you start now, you can
make
go.
it.
You can go. Christmas is coming. It's a great thing to ask for. The hotel rooms are crazy expensive, and it's not their fault just because spring training is going on when they decided to do this. So apparently every place around Mesa, Arizona just charges a freaking premium, but it's totally worth it.
It's funny that you can find a Vegas hotel cheaper than Arizona. That's crazy.
Yeah. 2009 Ram 3500 wanting to add an amp and subs and has an 8.5 inch screen with noise canceling but not premium audio sound system. What would I need? Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is head over to pack-audio.com and buy the noise canceling bypass, because that's available to you. It's just a plug that goes in there because you don't want to just unplug it. All the speaker wires loop through it. They make a bypass for it. I don't remember what it is, but if you just type in your make, model, and year, it'll come up in the drop down of all the options that are available to you, and that is one of them. So that's an easy enough fix, no big deal. Now, as far as what premium, Epicenter Micro, LC2i Pro, one of those two would be that. Or also, if you're a kicker fan or you just want the best high level to low level in the market as far as re-equalization system goes, then check out the kicker key lock or the key LOC. That can go back in and re-EQ the signal and make it sound really good. But one of those three high level to low level adapters will do the job and make you rock on and be good. So another thought would be this. If you get something like an Amp Pro, an Amp Pro can go in and reflash the radio to amplify it, and it's going to negate the need to have any of those things I just mentioned because they're gone. It doesn't matter. The problem is when you have the basic stereo, you're going to need a second amplifier to power the mids and highs. So it might actually make more sense to buy either a 5-channel amp or a small 4-channel amp as opposed to going with a high level to low level adapter, getting the Amp Pro, reprogramming the radio, and then using that amplifier to power everything up. I don't know, it's just thought, but it's a pretty good one. Catchy song with the trumpets and bass you use in your videos. I have no idea. I honestly never look at the titles at all. I know it's terrible. Is there an alternative? No.
Well, hang on, because I think she posted this one.
Yeah.
So try that one.
Yeah.
Try that one.
I will say this, that all of the... okay, so a lot of companies are starting to get back into making the T-harnesses. Metra stopped making the T-harnesses because they wanted to sell the harnesses with their DSPs. They decided that everyone that said to do that, well, that was a bad idea. So a lot of the T-harnesses that Metra used to make are now going to come out under a different model number. So all the Honda ones that we used to have are out. Also, Amp at pack-audio.com now has a lot of the T-harnesses also. But if you have the factory amplifier, there's really no T-harness for the factory amplifier.
That is correct.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. Dukes of Hazzard for the win. Okay.
I like that. I like that movie.
Which one?
Dukes
Oh,
of
really?
Hazzard.
With Johnny Knoxville and all that?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
I mean, you don't like it?
I think I own it.
Yeah, me too.
I
That's
don't think I'll ever watch it again, but I listen mostly classic rock. Would an epicenter help, or maybe give it too much bass for that kind of music? I primarily listen to classic rock too, and an epicenter is awesome because it actually gives you bass, because most of that stuff has no bass. Van Halen has no bass. Most of the stuff in that time didn't have bass. So yes, if you're a bass person and you like classic rock and you'd like to have bass in your classic rock, that's what an epicenter is for. Makes everyone happy. You know, who doesn't like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dukes of Hazzard. Really? Dukes of Hazzard. That's so funny. All right, guys, listen.
That's it.
Go ahead and hide that for me, if you could remove that from the
Of
screen.
course.
It is Monday night, which means we got a whole week in front of us. We're done traveling. All the excitement for that is over. We're gonna start planning to see what's gonna happen in December, if we're gonna end up doing the 12 Days of Christmas. We might do an abridged version of it. We have some stuff here that we need to get rid of, so we might just do like clean out Dean and Fernando's bay of stuff that we don't need.
Yard sale.
Which is pretty good. The yard sale doesn't cost you anything. Maybe it's like the Christmas yard sale. I don't know. We'll see what happens, because we got some stuff that we just need to move along.
Yeah.
That'll be coming up next month. We still have a lot of stuff to pack in between now and when the year is over. So we're going to try to get all that stuff out to you, so you can check it out. We have some of the features we have coming up over the next 2 months. We have the Morel Virtus Carbon Nanos along with the regular Virtus Morel speakers, and we're going to do a blind A-B comparison, meaning we're going to leave the grills on, and you have to decide which one you like better. We'll, of course, tell you at the end of the video, or if you can tell the difference at all. They literally come with the same tweeters.
Yeah.
It's just different mid-range. That pancake mid-range versus a conventional motor drive. We also have the coming up, and these are all things we haven't filmed yet. These are things we have yet to film, so it's not going to come up tomorrow, guys. We also have the Focal subs, shallow versus regular sealed. See what the differences are there. We have the 45th anniversary amplifiers that need to go in your car. We have the audio frogs that need to go in your car. We're going to swap out the ACM audio controls for the new audio frog amplifiers. We got a ton of stuff, plus there'll be some more. I think the Glade speakers may show up. I don't know. So we have a ton of stuff as far as that goes, plus builds, installs, and all the normal stuff that we do. I'd even like to get to, if we can, some of the unboxings for the radios, like the new 709 Kenwood. That would be really cool. So we have a ton of stuff that we still have to do before the year's over. Because remember, at the end of the year, we take like a week, 2 weeks off, so we can actually unwind, relax, and just like pretend like we're normal humans for a little bit.
Yep.
And of course, we have all the footage that we created from SEMA. One of the things we're going to put up is a short video just to give you an idea of what it's like to be on the retail floor of SEMA. We took a GoPro and we set it on top of the booth Fernando put his life in his own hands because I was like, you're silly. And we just kind of filmed it. So it'll just be a time lapse of us milling around. Just to give you an idea. So there again, it's probably just going to be a short, like 3 or 4 minute video. Nothing exciting. But just to give you an idea what happens on a show floor.
Yeah.
Probably going to be boring as hell. But we filmed it and we're going to give it to you anyways.
So you can see just the traffic,
Yeah.
how it is. That's it. That was my intent to do that. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's not going to happen because we take too much time off to do all this other cool stuff.
What's
And-
an actual vacation?
So
Oh, no.
have you tried D&F Tool Drawer? Because I believe I have a link to those. They're 22 gauge, 18 to 22 gauge. So I believe I do have a link to those on D&F Tool Drawer. And speaking of D&F Tool Drawer, Fernando, if you please.
Hang on.
Dude,
I'm trying.
really?
I'll try. It's just like
I mean,
I was reading what
you got one job. Here you go. D&F Tool Drawer is a place you can find all the cool tools and install stuff. I believe that's the page. Click on that. Let's see if it's in there. Install stuff's in the second row, third one over, next to lighting, right there. Are they there? Are they there? Ah,
they're not there.
they're not there. I thought they were. I think they were, and then the link went dead. So, if you have a shop near you and they are a Metra or PAC dealer or Amp Global, they can get them for you from there. So you can go in and check so on Amp Global, or I'm sorry, MetraOnline.com, there's a catalog section. If you go to the catalog section, go to the installer one.
Install bay.
And you can scroll down and find the part number. You can then go to your Metra retailer and say, hey, can you get me these? And they'll say yes. And if they say no, they're lying. Go to the next guy. But yes, they can get them for you.
This is great. Watch.
Fernando, get your voice back.
No. I'm sorry. Where is it? I totally lost it right there. Hang on. I would find it. I'm sorry. That was good.
We'll find it. Also, DNF Swag is a place you can go and find all your cool apparel, shirts, hats. There's no hats. Just shirts, hoodies. Winter is coming, so it's a great time to pick up a hoodie. Christian, of course, just got his latest one. And, why not? Did you find it? Okay. So he risked his life for 180 seconds of boring footage.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was more the principle of the thing of us actually filming because it was more evidence of how much we worked. It was really why we did it because, we were contracted by them to come out and help in the booth. So I wanted to have video footage of us doing our job. So that was really why we did it. And we took the footage. So, yeah. And it was kind of funny.
That's what we're going to do.
No, we no. You guys understand how hard this stuff is to begin with. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us on this beautiful Monday. We hope you have a great rest of your week. Make sure to tune in on Instagram where we'll be going live with our weekly reports as far as what's hanging out in the bay. We'll, of course, give you better images of what the shelves we just put up on because that's a high point for us, man. Woo!
That was great.
Yeah, that was fun. That one's a 1/4 inch off on one side, so it's one hung low. And it'll drive me crazy and eventually we'll fix it. But until then, you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you later next time.
Bye.
Bye.